Good morning, brothers and sisters. It is 9 a.m. Central Standard Time on March 26, 2022. Hope our Creator is keeping you well and safe wherever you are in the world. Please make sure to hit that like button, share this across other platforms, so that way people can be aware of what's going on with our space and solar weather. And please subscribe if you're new. We're going to start off today with our Schumann resonance at our Italian model. This is the monitoring station in Cumiana. I'm hoping that I'm saying that correctly. I really have no idea. It sounds correct. And this right here is actually the showing of the location of that Schumann monitor. And as we scroll down here, we're going to get to our electromagnetic field. So this actually is showing that there's not really a whole lot of activity, just a little bit of noise. Down here along the ground level, we can see there's definitely more noise along the ground level, this here being top of the stratosphere. And as we come down here to the actual Schumann, let's take a sneaky peek, and it looks like we got a little bit of activity. Usually, and for some reason, once again, the activity usually wants to start around 6 a.m. UTC time and goes until 6 p.m. or 1800 UTC time. That's when we seem to get the most amount of noise. And right here you can see the geophones are definitely going off with the spikes. Sometimes they coalesce down here on the ground level, but sometimes they don't. It's kind of weird. And this red line that has appeared over the past month is a new anomaly, I'm going to call it, because it's not something that's normally there. And as we can see here, once again, between 6 a.m. right around 6 p.m. is when it's the most. Now that's not 100% because there are times where it actually does change. If we go down here far enough, we can actually, oh, maybe not. Well, they usually have it, but oh well. And these are the different radio frequencies in these different colors. So if you want to go down there and start doing some serious studying, you absolutely can. I'm not going to stop anybody from doing that. But it's not showing that there's a whole lot of activity on the Italian model. But if we come over to here to Disclosure News and we take a look at the Russian model, we can see that we're getting a stinking power drive of 59. So there's definitely something going on here. Not so sure what, but definitely some serious activity. Now the Schumann can absolutely affect our health. It can affect our headaches. It can affect how we see. It can affect our ears ringing. Sometimes when the Schumann is high, people will experience ringing in their ears. Sometimes, slight body aches. I get ringing of the ears all the time when the Schumann's going off. And sometimes it does resonate down my spine, which is, down your chakra, which goes from your head all the way down to, your bum, basically. So with me, it goes from the ringing of the ears, and then I get the ache, and it kind of just rattles all the way down the chakra of my spine, and yeah, it's not too fun sometimes, but I'll live. And believe it or not, one of the ways that you can counteract this, and I know this is going to sound silly, but make a hat made out of aluminum foil will actually stop it. With as silly as it sounds, tinfoil hats, you're gonna give me, you might think you feel stupid, but if you think about it in movies, you see people, oh, they're wearing aluminum foil hats. Well, there's actually a truth to that, believe it or not. And we are over here at spaceweatherlive.com, and as we are here, we can see that there's no new flares to be reported, just a bunch of Bs. After we had that M flare yesterday, everything just kind of mellowed out and chilled out. Then of course right here we had the Earth or the moon, something blocking this. From what I'm hearing from the way that it rotates and goes around, it's blocked. So that's why we're having these little dip outs that happen here. But okay, if that's what they say. Actually, we want to take a look over here at, we're gonna look at Enlil. No, let's not look at Enlil. Hang on a second. Actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here. We're going to go to auroral activity, and we're going to take a look at our KP index. We're looking at a KP index of 2, which is all right. We're in the green. Sunday, it's looking like we're going to be up to a KP5, which is going to take us into a G1, a storm level G1, geomagnetic storm level 1. Okay, and that's going to be from the impact of the coronal mass ejection from the M flare that we had yesterday. This right here, our hemispheric power, this actually lets us know what the power is that's actually the Earth is receiving. It looks like right here we had 24 gigawatts, and then down here on the southern hemisphere it was 24 gigawatts. So that does go by northern and southern hemisphere. Now remember, a gigawatt, 1 gigawatt will actually power 750,000 homes for 24 hours. It's a lot of energy. Now, I don't know how big the home is. I'm not sure if they're talking about a 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom or a 12-bedroom. I don't know. But I would imagine it to be a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, because I think that's like the most standard, if you will, that's out there, the average of it. So that's a lot. Imagine being able to harness this power and just not having to worry about the power companies, huh? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Now, over here at the European Space Agency, we are looking at an impact. For our impact, it actually is looking at, well, there's the 27th is when it kind of starts picking up, right around 10 centimeters cubed at 10 a.m. UTC time. And then they show the peak right around midnight on the 28th. Yeah, right around midnight on the 28th UTC time is when the peak hits us right around here at about 30 centimeters cubed. And then it goes down after that into the low spot of later on that evening, at almost midnight. So, yep, right around, literally right at just past midnight on the 20th is what Euphoria is showing. But let's go take a look at Enlil. Yes, I did say Enlil, as in the Sumerian Anunnaki from Nibiru, Nibirians. Yes, that's what this is. Welcome to Nibiru. That's what this guy is. This is their little model of it. So we can see that they're actually showing our take on it. It's going to be right around the 27th. So it's almost a full day off is when it starts to kick off. And then the peak on it, they're saying, is around 9 a.m. UTC time. But we're only going to be getting, what, 10 centimeters cubed total? Maybe 12? Well, I don't necessarily believe that. I'll tell you that, because when you look at this guy here, you can see these right here. You see these reds that are here anyways? Here, let me back this up. You can see how we can have this yellow and red. This is from the solar winds, okay? This right here is the velocity. This is solar wind. Okay, so that's why it looks red now. So you can see that we're actually getting the solar winds from those coronal holes. And then that coronal mass ejection comes and kind of gives us a little smack. So velocity, we're going to be up near 700 kilometers per second. Okay, maybe even a little faster. So that's a lot. Well, with that, there's also radiation coming with that. I mean, we're getting plasma. So we're going to be getting higher than this. That's for dang sure. I don't like their scales. I don't know if they're doing it intentional, which wouldn't surprise me at all. But let's go take a look at yeah, there's another one that we can actually take a peek at. Let's go take a look at it really quick. And here's another Enlil spiral. And just as you can see down here at the bottom, Enlil, it says it right there. This one's definitely showing impact between the 27th and 28th. Boop. Yeah, between the 27th and 28th. And according to this model, yeah, it looks like we're going to be getting, they're judging us closer to 22. And Euphoria show us closer to 30. So it'll be between 20 and 30. I would say that's pretty accurate. However, I will say it is nothing to be too concerned about, folks. We will be just fine. It's just a little G1, just a little one, so no sweat. Now, I will take note of this. Look at this. They actually gave us 2 sunspot group names. Remember how they only had 2975, and I said they should have it 2, maybe even 3? Well, 2975 is this one, 2976 is this one, and you watch, before too long, this one's going to get a 2977. Come on, guys. Get with the program here, right? Now, as we come back here, I'm going to show you guys how to use this website, spaceweather.com. It's a really good website. You can actually come here and book an adventure to go to Sweden and check out the northern lights in those igloos, those glass igloos. Oh man, I would love to do that. That would be so wonderful. And as you're reading different little updates of things going on, they actually attach things for you to be able to see, like an M1 class flare. If you don't know what that is, you can tap on it and it redirects you over to here, and you can actually read about the different flares. And you see how and it actually goes into it and kind of breaks it down scientifically a little bit. If you want more information, you can click here. So it's a really good website. They really do a good job. One of the things here for the solar tsunami says watch them. In fact, I actually told you guys about this on yesterday's update. You come here and watch the movie, and you can scroll in, you can look at it, and as you see the explosion, you can see the wave going across whoosh. See, so they actually break it down for people who aren't really familiar with it or know what's going on or even know what to look for. You can see these things and start being familiar with the lingo, with what it means as far as, you know, how it's going to impact us, you know, the possibilities of it, you know, and just kind of better to prepare yourself, really. One of the other things here, full halo. Now, this one they use, I don't know why they use Lasco C3. It was kind of a cruddy one. I would have used seeds myself to show this, and actually we'll go over to seeds here in just a little bit and I'll show you. But you can kind of barely, and I do mean barely see, you can kind of barely see the halo, but the majority of it is on this side. So let's go take a peek at seeds and see it a little bit better. And here we are over at seeds, where we can see the reverse ink filter, and this is Lasco C2, a little bit closer to the sun, and distance-wise these two are extremely close. So we're going to go ahead and hit start. I went ahead and slowed the speed down to 5. Usually it's at 12, but I slowed it down to 5 for us. And as you can see, you'll see the explosion here. Boosh. See how most of it's on this side, but it does do a full halo CME. So I think they would have been better to have shown this one versus the other. In fact, actually, I'll actually zoom this in for you, and you'll actually be able to see it a little bit better here. Alright. Hit play again. Zoom in on it, and you'll be able to see a lot better. There we go. See? Fun stuff, right? You gotta love science. Now to view it again, over here on stereo ahead, oh yeah, these are Tic Tac UFOs, by the way. We're not alone. They're all over the place. So most of you that have been following me for a while, you guys would know this already. I show them all the time. But we're going to go ahead and start and kind of zoom in. You can see where the plasma came off, and we've got a halo here. Now this is stereo head, so it came off more in this direction. But we can see a lot of it actually kind of went downward. Now remember, that sunspot group that let it go, the M flare, actually came off the southern limb, and it was kind of going off at a downward angle. So that's where the majority of that plasma went. So if you happen to be an aurora chaser, Sunday would definitely be a good day to be out, Sunday evening. So we're going to jump over here back to spaceweather.com, and we're going to come down here. We're going to look at our meteors and asteroids, and as you can see, there's really nothing major to worry about. In fact, sometimes they don't even know until they're either right on us or as they're passing or just past us. Sometimes for the light to even reflect for us to even be able to pick it up. And as you can see, look at this. 0 lunar distance between us and that. This right here is an impact. Okay, 0 lunar distance means it hit Earth or it came into our atmosphere. But if you look, 2 meters in diameter. That's about 6 feet. It burnt up in the atmosphere. It just, whoa, look, there was a shooting star. So that's nothing to, this guy, that would be something different to worry about. But 2, yeah, that's nothing, not a big deal. We don't really have, LD is lunar distance. So this one here on the 27th for tomorrow is 2 lunar distance, 2 times the distance between us and the moon. That doesn't mean it's going by the moon. It's just that's how far the distance is. And then same thing with this one here for today. We got 0.7, but again, 5 meters, 50, it's going to burn up in the atmosphere. So really not too much to worry about. We're looking pretty good. So remember, folks, keep your eyes open. No fear. Love is the only way forward.